Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybrook Family Farm. So this week has been a little bit of a different pace due to the holidays, which today is Christmas. So by the way, Merry Christmas everybody. Um, so everything's been kind of like jumbled and stuff in terms of filming and when I've been filming and not filming and stuff, just because we've been quite busy with gearing up for the holidays and not being home with going to see other family members and that sort of a thing. Which today we are actually hosting a little bit of a Christmassy, not really dinner, but I don't know what you'd call it. But anyways, I'm cooking dinner for a couple family members and stuff to come over. So that'll be nice to open up presents here and do that whole thing. Tracy had to work, so it's kind of a bit of a bummer to have to make the meal all by myself. But you know, it is what it is. More for me to snack on, I suppose. But so this week we actually had found a chicken that had gone broody, which if you don't know what that means she wanted to become a mama and wanted to sit on some eggs to let them hatch out. She had done it in this little shed right here, which is totally open for predators to come in and snatch her up. So we actually moved her into the barn and put her in like a little pen so that way she could be safe and secluded from everybody else. And you know what we always do with chickens whenever they go broody. So after about a day or so of being in seclusion and stuff, and it's literally like she's in the same coop with everybody else at nighttime. She's just in a cage so that way she doesn't get beat up, because that happens sometimes. But anyways, after about a day or so of sitting on the eggs, she decided that motherhood really wasn't her calling, so she pretty much revolted and wanted to be let off. So she's no longer sitting on eggs, and due to the holidays, we did not have time or the energy or the space even to set up our incubator. So those eggs pretty much are just kind of wasted. I do plan on actually cracking them open to see if they are worth like cooking up for the dogs to eat. If not, then I'll probably just give them to the chickens or something of the sort. Around here, we don't like to waste anything, so it's definitely not a total loss that the 13 eggs she was sitting on aren't going to hatch, but it is kind of a bummer that, you know, we can't get cute little chickies to start the new year out with. But I'm sure that with the swing of warmer weather that we've been getting this winter time, I'm sure that it's going to spur a lot of broodiness to come out in a lot of the different hens, especially the more experienced mothers, because a lot of the hens actually have just started laying eggs again, with this, I don't know if it's called an Indian summer, if that's what it is, when it like starts getting warm out, when it's actually normally quite cold. But yeah, so there's been a lot of trees that are developing buds and berry bushes that are actually starting to bud out. So it's kind of a weird time of year. Hopefully the fruit trees won't start flowering and then get frozen, and yeah, that would not be good. But yeah, so the other thing too that happened this week was on Friday I was able to breed our goat, the one that I've been milking since February. So that'll be nice because she has dipped a little bit in milking production, which it could have just been because she was coming into heat. You know, I don't really know, but it is going to be nice to be able to have some baby goats here in the next few months. So she actually will be due May 15th, according to the little calculator, the germination calculator thing I found on the internet. So that'll actually put it at a really nice time of year when like there's not a bunch of stuff being harvested from the garden. We should have everything in the garden and planted, so we could spend a lot of time handling the baby goats. So then that way, whenever we do sell them and they go to other farms and homesteads, then they will be super duper friendly. That is something that we really prize here, is trying to make sure. That chicken has a lot to say. She's a noisy one, kind of mouthy, but that's one of our young ones that just started laying in the past like 2 weeks. So she's got a whole bunch of words of encouragement for her fellow siblings that have not started laying, I suppose. But so one of the things we always try to really prioritize on our homestead is to make sure that all of our animals are super duper friendly, even if they're not going to be staying here, just because we enjoy having them be friendly and be pettable and lovable and stuff, and we treat all of ours kind of like pets. So it's definitely exciting whenever we have new life to be able to cuddle with it and give it lovins, and you know, basically gear it up for, you know, if the next people that it lives with it has children, then the children can get to play with it and give it lovins. Plus, two goats are really cool. I love the goats. But yeah, so not too much more has actually been happening around here, just because of the holidays and trying to get more stuff organized in the house, more stuff put away. I haven't done any more like renovations or remodeling projects this week, just because I knew I knew that it was going to be kind of a chaotic week of, you know, traveling and, you know, can't really travel much when you got a homestead, but like we did go up to see my grandma who lives a couple hours away. So, I mean, it was a little bit of a travel, but yeah, so it hasn't been as productive of a week, which has been kind of nice to actually take some time off and take a bit of a break. I did get some more firewood cut up though in the woods the other day, and it's actually not wood for this year, it's wood for next year, so that's a nice bit of a head start. I do need to cut up more wood for this year, but the stuff I was working on was I want to make a path through the woods that goes, because right now over in there it is nothing but solid like berry bushes and briars, so you can't walk through like half of the woods, which it is nice to have so much berries, but you can't even get in there to pick them because it's just such a dense thicket. So I want to actually be able to make a path to walk through there. So there was a down tree that had fallen down about 3 or 4 months ago, so I cut that up some, so then that way we can walk through. So yeah, not too much more has actually happened this week besides just regular maintenance with the animals and stuff. And I also have been working on trying to get more nutrient dense soil into the garden. We do have a pile of dirt that I do plan on moving here soon into the garden. This spring they actually cleaned out the ditches here, so when the county or the township was cleaning out the ditches, I actually asked them if they could drop some of the dirt that was from our ditch into our yard, so that way we can use them for raised beds and also make soil amendments with them. So that'll be nice because it's very, very dark, nutrient dense topsoil, so that'll be a nice thing to do. And I do need to figure out this week or maybe next week where I'm going to add some raised beds, because the soil is very heavy clay here, and so it's going to make growing a lot of root vegetables very difficult. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in the garden someplace or just outside of the garden fence, or what I'm going to do with that. So I have to figure that out still. But yeah, so I'm going to cut this video short so that way I can actually work on making Christmas dinner happen. So if you guys are enjoying this content, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.